Hey, it's Michael. This is February 5th, 2021. I'm on the beach. That way is Courthouse Road, and that way is Jones Park. It's about 3 miles, and uh, it's a little windy, cold this morning, and it's time to go out on my day off and go just do some low intermittent, steady state with a couple of sprints in the middle here. Uh, just to traverse about 5 or 6 miles. So that's where I'm at. I'm listening to David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me on Audible. And in the past couple of years, I've listened to hundreds, hundreds of hours of David Goggins interviews and his philosophy and all of that's really influential. So I appreciate that, things that I've learned from him. And I'm listening to his book, and one of the things that he says is be uncommon, but not only be uncommon in a just a strong, self-reliant type of way, but to surround yourself with uncommon people in that way, and then to be also uncommon amongst those people. So I have videos from many years ago running in the rain. And these are kind of examples of things that he's done also, like going out in 0-degree weather in snowstorms. And I like putting myself in those super challenging, super uncomfortable situations because when you do that and other things, when you do that with intention, you choose to do it, then when other uncomfortable things come up in your life, then you are prepared because you're kind of calloused yourself to accepting and knowing that you can traverse through those types of things. So anyway, so I was walking, and I was probably about a mile from my goal of the halfway point of Jones Park, and I came across this nearly brand new piece of maybe 2 inch, like a 2 by 12 that was about 10 feet long, and it also had another like 2 by 4 across the top. It was almost like a cross, like Jesus's cross. And it reminded me of something that you'd see at like 1 o'clock in the morning on Bourbon Street with somebody holding one of these big crosses, dressed in a robe and handing out pamphlets about Jesus and God and crucifixion and that type of thing. And I imagined if I was actually walking on this beach with David Goggins, what would he do? What would he recommend me do if he were my coach? Uh, and there is no way that we would pass this large plank of wood without picking it up. So that's what I did. So I picked it up and I decided I was going to drag it the to the Jones Park area. And I was thinking, that hurricane that dislodged this piece of wood from the pier, from the boardwalk, from wherever it has come, that was months ago. 4 months, I don't even know how many months Hurricane Zeta was, but that piece of wood, that particular piece of wood has been probably at that location on that beach for many months. Best case scenario, it was out in the water and then got washed back onto the beach, which I guess is a possibility. But nonetheless, it's low tide right now, and it's pretty far up the beach, so it's not like it just happened. I mean, this was a dry, beautiful looking piece of wood. And so I'm dragging it, and I'm thinking about how many people walk past this piece of wood and just left it there. Didn't think about it, didn't think about moving it. And I feel like part of me walking this beach is, even though that I didn't make someone else's mess, if the idea gets in my head that I should probably pick that up and just carry it to the next garbage can, even if that's half a mile or a mile away or whatever, if I'm going to go out of my way to go find a garbage can and pick up somebody else's, even though it's not my responsibility, I do it. Once it enters my head, I do it. Because I know that if not, later on, I'm going to wish that I would have. I'm going to be upset with myself for not doing the thing that I know that I should have done. Or, would have liked to have done. If the cameras were on me, if people were watching me, if God was watching me, what would he have want me to do? So I try and act in accordance to some of those tenets. But anyway, in this case, I'm thinking about what David Goggins would want me to do, and he'd say, pick up that fucking plank, son. God put it there for a reason. He put it there for you to have some resistance, and you should be saying thank you for that big ass, heavy ass piece of wood. You should be saying, thank you. So anyways, I picked it up and I'm dragging it. I'm thinking about how many people have walked past it, and the answer to that question is all of them. Everybody that's walked past it left it, except for me. So in that way, I know I'm uncommon amongst the uncommon people that are actually walking along the edge of the beach. So, just wanted to share that little tidbit, And then this morning, I actually haven't seen very many people walking on the beach on this, right on the water's edge. And I'm walking back to my car right now, and actually my footprints are the only ones there. So, in a way, it's unfortunate, but in another way, I feel fortunate that if there's only going to be one set of footprints, that they are mine. So, I'm making use of my beautiful day off and this gorgeous place that I live. Anyway, thanks for listening. Hope this was a useful story. All right, mend yourself, move, educate, nourish, decompress. All right, bye.